Find a nice, comfortable Shavasana, making yourself nice and comfortable. I'll ring my bowl to signal the beginning of our practice. I never want to hit that too loudly. So once you arrive at your mat, just settle in, letting go of what came before this moment and what will come after, and just being present, perhaps noticing the temperature of the air around you, noticing the feel of the back body on the mat. So even lifting the head an inch or two up and gently replacing the head down, feeling all the areas where the body meets the mat, the back of the head, back of the shoulders and arms, length of the spine, back of the legs. Feel where the heels touch the mat. And just letting go of any cares or concerns or worries you may have, leaving them in an imaginary basket outside your door. And just beginning to turn to your breath. Just take a nice deep cleansing breath through your nose and then out through your mouth as you say, ah. Nice long exhale. And just begin to watch the gentle flow of air on the inhale, feeling perhaps cool air move through your nasal passages, feeling it maybe in the back of your throat, perhaps in your chest or belly. And then on the exhale, noticing the exact point where the inhale changes over to an exhale. See if you can notice that. And then exhale, nice long exhale, feeling the air perhaps warmed by the body. And just coming to your home base is that, if that helps you tune into your breath. So counting on the inhales and exhales might be helpful. You know, maybe counting to 4 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale, something like that. A little bit longer on the exhale. Or you can simply say, I inhale, I exhale. Or you can just focus on a part of the body, perhaps the chest. So noticing the rise of the chest on the inhale and the softening of the chest on the exhale. Or just focusing on the hands, just the feeling of the hands. Just notice the feel in the hands on the inhale and on the exhale. Just finding some place to anchor, and without judgment and without trying too hard. Just a gentle way of tuning into the breath. No judgment, no worries. And just be with the breath for a little bit. Every time you exhale, allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to be supported by the earth. And if thoughts start to intrude, if you start to be thinking, which we all want to be doing, just notice the thoughts without judgment. Allow them to be there. Allow them to just float by and then return again to your breath. For the next 3 inhales and exhales, see if you can focus specifically on when the inhale changes over to an exhale. So our focus this morning is going to be on grounding. I thought since it was very windy last night and very windy today, that having a sense of groundedness would be a good thing for us today. So as we move through our practice, I'll bring our attention to that, just reminding us to feel that grounding, which is kind of calming and comforting to feel grounded. So we'll begin by floating our arms up overhead, and we'll just stretch out through our fingers, down through our body, out through our toes, and just feel how the body feels as we begin. Feel the length. And then gently lifting the head an inch off the mat and replacing it down, feeling where the back of the head meets the mat. Now lifting the arms an inch or 2 off the mat, and then allowing them to rest on the earth. Feel where they meet the ground, where they meet the earth. And then lift the left leg an inch or 2, gently replace it. Feel where the back of the leg meets the ground, meets the mat. And then lift the right leg up, and then gently replace it and feel where the right leg meets the ground, where it meets the earth. And then just notice the entire length of the body, from the back of the hands, down the arms and the shoulders, the back of the head, length of the spine, your bottom, the back of your legs, and even the back of your heels. Feel where all of those parts of the body rest on the mat, on the ground, and supported by the earth, so that you are not holding or gripping. You just allow your body to release. And then we'll stretch out through our fingertips, walking our shoulders up towards our ears. And then we'll stretch all the way down the body and out through our toes, bringing a little bit of tension to our bodies. So just hold the tension for a few moments, holding the tension, holding and stretching and reaching with the fingertips and the toes, holding the tension, and then releasing and allowing the arms and the legs and the back body to completely relax and release. And then we'll make fists with our hands, and we'll flex our feet this time. And we'll again squeeze through the fists, even squeezing the facial muscles, really bringing some tension to the body this time. Squeezing the fists, squeezing the facial muscles, flexing the feet, and really feeling the tension, even lifting the arms a little bit off the mat. The heels come off the mat, and just feel the tension, holding it, and then releasing and allowing the body to just melt and be completely relaxed and at rest. Taking a nice big deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Floating your arms down by your sides, bending your legs and bringing your knees into your chest, hugging your knees into your chest and rocking from side to side. Placing hands on kneecaps, making some nice big loose circles with the knees. So knees can come out wide and then come together at the midline and then come out wide. And go 2 or 3 times in one direction and then reverse your direction. And then placing the soles of the feet on the mat, lifting the hips and bringing the hands under the sacrum, bringing the knees into your chest, sending the soles of your feet up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling. And we'll just come into some scissors here. So we'll do some horizontal ones. So we'll bring the legs out wide in a V and then cross them like the left in front of the right, and then bring them into a V and cross the other leg in front. So engage the core, and legs can be up towards the ceiling, or they can be at more of a diagonal, or they can be down lower. So the lower you go with the legs, the obviously more difficult this gets. So just listen to your own body. You can be moving your legs up towards the ceiling and then scissoring them down towards the earth. And just alternating the left on top of the right, right on top of the left. Keep the breath flowing. And then once you bring your feet back up to the ceiling, you can drop left leg towards the earth and bring it back up and drop right leg towards the earth. So scissors going more vertically. So when you bring your leg down, you exhale, inhale it back up. And just do as many as is comfortable. You're warming up your body a little bit. Notice your core, so bringing that belly button in and up. And then bending the knees when you're ready, removing the hands from your sacrum, squeezing your knees into your chest, and placing your hands on your kneecaps. Just make some small circles, gradually making your circles medium size, and then large, loose circles, massaging the entire length of your back. And just stopping in any area that needs a little extra attention. And then at any point, reversing your direction. And then, as you're ready, placing the soles of your feet on the mat, taking the right ankle on top of the left thigh, and then we'll lift the head and shoulders up, lift the left thigh towards us, clasping behind the thigh, and just bring that left thigh towards us on our exhalations. Opening up our right hip. Try to relax the facial muscles in the shoulders. And then release that left foot back to the mat. And uncross the right ankle. And take the left ankle on the right thigh. And we'll do the same thing, lifting head and shoulders up, lifting right foot off the mat, clasping behind the right thigh. And just draw that right thigh towards you on your exhales to open up the left hip. And you can bring your head down at any time if your neck is fatigued. And then releasing that right foot back to the mat, uncrossing the legs. And then we'll just place the soles of the feet on the mat, and we'll just move our knees from left to right. Just a gentle rocking motion, using our breath to inhale to center, exhaling to one side. And the next time your knees come to center, send your left leg out long. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Take your left hand to the outside of the right knee and draw that right knee across your body towards the left for a twist. And the knee most likely is hovering over the earth. And we want to keep both shoulders as best we can on our mat. We're just getting a bit of a lower body twist here. Notice if you're gripping in the body any place, and bring your breath to that place and allow yourself to release. Inhale that knee back to center, send that right leg out long, and bring the left knee in towards your chest. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee and draw that left knee across the body over towards the right, just twisting the lower body. Both shoulders stay on the mat, and it may help to bring the left arm out in a T shape, like a half T. And again, that left knee will most likely not come to the earth, but if it does, you're very flexible today. And just notice if you're gripping or holding, and allow yourself to release. Inhale that knee back to center. Bend the right leg, bring it into meet next to the left. Both legs are bent. Bring the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. And close your eyes and just feel the ground beneath you. Feel the support of the earth. Take a couple of nice, deep breaths into the belly. Even placing hands on the belly to feel the belly expand on the inhale and feel the belly soften on the exhale. Take another deep breath into the belly and exhale. Bring the hands down to the outer edges of the thighs, closing the knees like a book, making our way to our bellies. So we'll just roll over gracefully as you can. Come to your belly. And then we'll place our forehead down on the mat, framing our face with our hands, bringing our elbows in close to the body,
pressing into the tops of our feet and into our pubic bone, into our elbows. On an inhalation, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, gazing slightly in front of your mat, and then exhaling, forehead to the mat. Inhaling, head and shoulders up, keeping a nice long spine from crown of head to base of the tailbone, nice and long. Exhale down, forehead to mat. Notice your shoulders and bring your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale up, head and shoulders up. Exhale down. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bring your elbows in close to your body. Press into the tops of your feet and the pubic bone. And on your next inhalation, head and shoulders up, chest up for cobra. Shoulders away from your ears. And only come up as high as is comfortable. Exhale down. We'll inhale up again. Feel the stretch in the front of the body. Exhale down. One more time. Inhaling up. Again, the arms don't need to be straight. Just come up as far as is comfortable. Exhale down. Curl the toes under as you push yourself up to table. And then come to your seated Sukhasana. And then we'll rock from side to side to feel the ground, to feel the earth, to feel that groundedness. And then we're going to walk our left hand away from us as we inhale that top arm into like a ballerina type arm, leaning over to the left, pressing the right sit bone into the mat so that we're not coming off the mat. We're keeping both sit bones on the mat, and just feel the stretch in the right side. You can gaze up at the inner elbow crease if you'd like. You can even come down on the left elbow. It's a little deeper stretch, and you have to listen to your own body. And then inhale back to center. Walk the right hand away from you. Inhale the left arm up into like a ballerina type arm. Lean over towards the right. Press the left sit bone into the mat, both sit bones actually, but we don't want to rock over. Feel the stretch on the left side. And then inhale back to center. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll come into a twist, inhaling our arms up, exhaling as we twist right and bring our hands down. So we're looking out towards the right, nice tall spine. Inhaling to center, stretching through the fingertips, exhaling left, looking out towards the left as we bring the hands down. Inhale to center. When we twist right, we'll twist just a little deeper, using that left hand to press into the right thigh. Inhaling to center. Exhaling left. Use the right hand, right forearm to press into the left thigh for a little deeper twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist right. Looking out over the back right shoulder. Inhaling to center. Exhaling left, looking out over the left shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Bringing the feet to Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Interlace your fingers, placing them on your toes. Sit up nice and tall, so extend the crown to the sky. And then we'll just bring our chin to our chest and just do some gentle head and neck rolls. Notice your breath. Allow your breath to flow smoothly. Toggle back and forth in any area that feels a little tight or needs a little extra attention, and reverse your direction as you're ready. And just notice how your shoulders and your neck feel. Just make note of it. Notice if there's any area that usually feels tight. And then if you'd like, you can look up to the ceiling, look down to the earth, coming back to center, looking over the right shoulder, coming back to center, looking over the left shoulder, coming back to center. Release the hands and the feet, and we'll bring the legs out long on our mat. We'll sit up nice and tall, extending through our crown. And then we'll take the left foot and bring it, bend that left knee, and then take that left foot on the outside edge of the right leg. So we're crossing the foot over the right leg. And sitting up nice and tall, we'll hug that left knee with our right elbow crease or with our right hand. So hugging that knee in towards our chest. Send our left fingertips out in front of us. Really extend through the fingertips, really extend through the crown, sitting up nice and tall. And then move the fingertips out towards the left. Follow the fingertips with your gaze. Bring the fingertips all the way around towards the back of the room. And then bring the fingertips pointing towards the hip as you place them right behind your hip. Gaze out over your left shoulder. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. Extend through your crown so you're sitting up nice and tall, looking out over that left shoulder. And if the neck is bothering you, you can always look out to the side or look forward. And then we'll inhale the gaze back to forward. Let go of the knee. Take the left leg out long. Bring the right knee in towards us. Take the right foot, cross it over so it's on the outer edge of the left leg. And we'll hug this right knee with the left elbow crease or the left arm. Sit up nice and tall. Extend your right fingertips out in front of you. Gaze at the right fingertips, and then follow the fingertips with your gaze as you move your hand around, 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 so that your fingertips are pointing behind you, and then bring the fingertips to rest, pointing towards your right hip as you gaze out over your right shoulder. And if the neck is bothering you, you can look to the side or you can look to the front. But we're getting a twist here by looking out over the back shoulder. And then inhale back to center. Uncross the leg, perhaps bouncing the legs up and down a little, kind of relieve any tension. And then we'll make our way gracefully to table. So bring the hands and the wrists right underneath the shoulders, the knees right underneath the hip points. If you look back through your knees, if you see the feet, move the feet so they're directly behind the thighs so you're not seeing your feet. And we'll just come into a nice, easy cat-cow here. So inhaling, dropping our belly, heart center forward, spreading through the collarbones as we look forward, gaze forward, belly drops towards the earth. And then exhale, push the floor away, push the ground away, round through the back, belly button towards the spine. And then inhale, drop the belly as you gaze forward. Exhaling, round the back, belly button to spine. And just continue with your cat-cow here. You know how to do this. Use the breath. Feel the earth underneath the hands and underneath the knees. And then, as you're ready, bring yourself back to table. So we're going to move the left hand towards the middle of the mat as we pivot the left foot off the mat. Send the right leg out long, pressing into the right sole of the right foot. And then we're going to bring the arm up. This time, instead of up towards the sky, we're going to bring the arm up and overhead. So our arm down to our leg will make a diagonal, that right arm. So we'll really stretch through the right fingertips and press into the right heel, the right knife edge of that right foot. Feel that nice stretch. Take a few breaths here. Really press into the ground with the left hand. And then that top arm, we're going to bring down towards the earth and then bring the top of the hand pressing into the lower back. And then we'll lift the right foot off the mat. We can flex that right foot. A little bit of a balance. And then bring that right foot back to the mat. Bring that right hand back to the mat. Bring that right knee back to the mat. Rainbow yourself around so that you'll face the other side of the mat. The other side of the mat. And then we're going to take the right hand to the middle of the mat, pivot the right foot off the mat, send the left leg out long, pressing into the sole of that left foot, bring the left hand up and bring the fingertips so that they're pointing in the same direction as the crown of the head, and stretch through those left fingertips and press into the knife edge of that left foot. So really feel that nice stretch from fingertips all the way down. Stretch and reach through the left fingertips, lengthening. And then we'll take that left hand and bring the fingertips down towards the earth. Just move gently. Bring that left hand, the top of the hand, pressing into the lower back. And then as you're ready, inhale, lift the left foot off the mat. Maybe flex that left foot, or you could point it. But engage the muscles in the leg, so perhaps flexing will do that. Notice your abdominal muscles, perhaps engage them. Release that left foot, release the left hand, rainbow your hands around back to our starting point. And then from table, we'll curl our toes under, send our hips up towards the sky for our down dog. And we'll alternate bending our knees, really moving our hips, really pedaling it out. And then as you're ready, coming onto your toes, settling back towards your heels, pressing into the back of all 10 knuckles, pressing the thighs and the calves towards the back of the mat. Coming onto the toes and rolling forward, coming to plank, or you can bring the knees down and the feet off the mat for half plank. coming onto the tops of the feet if you'd like for up dog as you drop the hips and gaze up. Knees are off the mat. And then come back onto the toes. Press back into down dog. And then walking the feet towards the hands. Slight bend in the knees. And then rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And just taking a breath here. Feel the earth, the ground underneath your feet. And we'll step the left foot forward, the right foot back. Not a very wide stance, so both feet are more or less facing the front of the room, and one foot does not have to be directly behind the other, so a little bit of a diagonal, so you're not on a tight rope. Interlace, actually have your block nearby, just near your left foot. And then interlace your hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, extend through your crown, inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly fold forward at your hip creases and just come down so that your back is flat for pyramid. And then we'll release the hands, and if you can reach your block, placing your block on the tallest side, take your right hand down to the block. If you don't have a block, you can place your hand on your thigh or on your left calf, unless you can reach the earth. I don't know if you can, but I'll take my block to the highest level, press into the block with my right hand, and we're going to lift the left arm up as we twist and look left. It's a revolved triangle. And if you're on your thigh, you can just have your hand on your thigh. Don't press on the knee though. And then exhale, bring the left hand back down, bend the left knee, and lift the torso up. So hopefully that wasn't too crazy for you. Now we'll turn to the other side of the mat. So the right foot is forward, have a block nearby again. So both feet are more or less facing front. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Interlace your fingers behind you, your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, folding at the hip crease. So inhale and fold at the hip crease, and bring the torso down so it's parallel to the earth. So pyramid. And then let go of the fingers and bring the arms down in front of you. Reach for your block, placing it on, trying to think which side of the foot, maybe the instep side of the foot. And then take the left hand now, bringing it onto the top of the block. If you don't have a block, you can bring your hand onto your right shin or your right thigh. So left hand on top of the block or on top of the thigh. Inhale the right arm up and look out towards the back of the room as you twist to the right. Come out at any time. Release that right arm down. Lift the torso up. And then face the front of the room. come to Tadasana. So rock from side to side, feeling all four corners of the feet. So come to your Tadasana. So remember, we lift up through the insteps, through the kneecaps, through the thighs, engaging our core, lifting our shoulders up, back, and down, allowing our hands to face forward, the palms facing forward. Chin is parallel, extending through the crown. So really standing up nice and tall. Feel the ground beneath you. Take a nice big deep breath in and out. Relaxing your shoulders. I'm going to turn sideways, just so you can see, but you should be fine. Inhale your arms up, extend through your fingertips. Rotate your torso slightly forward. Exhale and bend the knees for chair. So as if you're going to sit in a chair. Really extend through your fingertips and your arms. Bring your elbow creases near your ears if you're able to. If not, just wherever they land. Exhale, fold forward, knees are bent. Swing the arms up behind you. And then inhale, swing the arms forward again and come back up to chair. Really stretch through your fingertips. Exhale, fold forward, swing the arms back behind you. Swing the hands down beside the feet. Then press into the front of the calves and come up for half forward fold, flat back. Bend the knees. Exhale, bring the hands beside your feet. Come down to your knees. If you have a block, as you come down to your back, just have your block ready. Have it next to you. If you don't have a block, no problem. So come down to your back. So knees are bent, soles of feet are on the mat. Take your block, walk your heels close to your bottom. If you don't have a block, you can do the same thing. Just walk your heels up close to your bottom. With a block, lift the hips up and slide the block underneath the sacrum, sort of where the yoga pants, the band of your pants is. If you don't have a block, just lift the hips up and come into bridge. Just press into the earth, the ground with the soles of your feet. If you're in supported bridge, you can just rest, relax there. If you're in regular bridge like I am, just press into the earth with your feet and hold bridge for a little bit. And if you don't want to hold bridge, you can just slowly come down and come to Shavasana. And as you're ready, if you have a block, you can just lift the hips and slide the block out. If you don't have a block, just slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once you come down to the mat, just hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Maybe make circles on the ceiling with your knees, whatever your body requires before you come to rest in Shavasana. So once you find yourself in Shavasana, just spread your feet wide on your mat, toes pointing away from the midline, arms away from the body with palms facing up. And just feel the body resting on the mat, supported by the earth. So feeling grounded, feeling the support. You have no place to go at this moment. So allow your body to release. Perhaps lifting the head an inch or two off the mat Gently replacing it down. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath in and out. There's that wind again. I invite you to bring your hands into Anjali mudra at your heart center. May you feel grounded and in the moment as you move through the rest of your day and beyond. Namaste.